Hello everyone, welcome to Nafeez Learner Zone. So today we are going to discuss about transportation. So what is transportation? So hope you know about different mode of transportation. So if you have to come from different places, which mode of transports do you use? You use bus, train, cab, bike, or maybe aeroplane, whatever. It depends from where to where you are moving on, right? So in the same way, there is a transportation system in our body. So what is that? So that transportation system, how does it work? Whether there are any vehicles, like in what we speak about the mode of transportation, there are, whether there are roadways, airways, or seaways, whatever we say, do we have those in our body? When we speak about transportation in our body, let's discuss that in detail in this video. The first and the foremost thing is, what do we transport in the system? So hope you know it. If you have watched my previous videos on this chapter, life process, that is nutrition and respiration, you know that as we have some food, the food is digested in our digestive system. What happens to the digested food? You know that once the food is digested, it is going to be absorbed through the villi. Then after that, it will be supplied. How it is supplied? To supply that, we need transportation system. That this is what is the transportation system, which is going to help in transporting it. Then the another video, respiration. If you haven't watched these videos, please watch before going forward with this video. Please watch those videos so that you can understand this video properly, right? So the next, in respiration, you know that we take in air which is rich in oxygen. That oxygen has to be transported to different parts of the body. How does it get transported? That's also by this system. So let's go in detail of this system now. Let's take the transportation of oxygen. You know that oxygen is very vital for our life. Without oxygen, any organism, if in case if it is not an anaerobe, that cannot survive. Okay, so that oxygen, how it is transported in our body? So oxygen is a goods here which has to be transported, and it's not a part of our body, it's from outside, so we can call it as a foreigner. So it's a foreigner entering into our body. Okay, anything which is coming from outside is known as foreign particle. You might have studied in your biology in lower classes, we say foreign particles for anything which is not from our body. So we can call oxygen also is a foreign particle. So a foreigner, we can say a foreigner entering. How do foreigners come to India? How do they come? By bus? Bus transports are there. Maybe only for the neighboring countries, that too with lot of restrictions. So generally, foreign means what comes in our mind transportation, that is the airways, right? Even oxygen enter through the airways, and which is the airport. Yeah, right, you guessed it right. The airport here is the lungs, our two lungs. We have a pair of lungs. The lungs is the airport which receives this foreigner, which is very, very important for our life. That is oxygen. It reaches the airport. So from the airport, so once you land at the airport, whether everyone will be having the homes inside the airport or just in front of the airport, no. So they have to travel again from the airport to their own place via different transporting medium. So which transporting medium does this oxygen uses once it reaches its airport, that is lungs? From the lungs, it has to reach to different parts of the body. Suppose if Now suppose now I am speaking here, so I need energy to this portion so that my muscles in the this buccal cavity, it has to move, as well as my vocal cord, as well as it needs energy to the brain to think about what I am saying in front of you. So energy is required here, but where is the oxygen? Oxygen is in the lungs. So from the lungs to these parts, to my hands, how does it transport? Airways cannot reach there. Air can only reach up to lungs. From the lungs, how it has to go? It has to take some other way. How? Which? So it will transport through roadways. So which are the roads there? Which are the roads? Roads, there are roads. The roads are called here as vessels. Okay, vessels. So vessels, there are two types. Suppose in roads also, usually when you see the roads anywhere in your city, there are one side, the left side is used to move in front, the right side to come back. So every time your vehicle should drive to the left, because ours is left hand drive country. Okay, so like that there are two roads, one to going and one for coming back. So there are two roads, right? So same way here also in the vessel there are two types. One is arteries, other is veins, right? Arteries and veins are the two. So which will carry from where to where, all those things we are going to discuss it further. Remember, the roads here are arteries and veins. Which is the vehicle? Does it book Ola, Uber, or what? Oh no. Here, the vehicle which is used is the blood. Yeah, right. It's the blood. So that's what is the use of blood. Blood is a transporting medium, right? So that blood transports the materials like oxygen from one place to the, so blood, we can say it's a vehicle. So we will be driving this vehicle. So the driver of the vehicle is very important here. Without that, it cannot be transported. You know that. So we don't have driverless cars still here. So who is the driver here? The driver is the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is one of the component of the blood. Hope you all know about it. There are many different components which we are going to discuss further in the coming video. So here, hemoglobin, which is one of the component of the blood, which is red color component. It's a red pigment which is present. The main function of hemoglobin is it binds with the oxygen. So what we can say is it's a driver, okay, of the vehicle which takes the oxygen inside. So hemoglobin and oxygen binds together to form oxyhemoglobin. So that's how it is transported. Then through the blood, through the blood vessels, it is transported. Where actually it has to move. As I told you already, wherever we need energy, it has to move. But wait, one more thing. To move the vehicle, what we need? Yes, right. We need fuel, right? We need some kind of energy for the movement of vehicle. What energy or what's the fuel which is used here? So it's a physical force. Where do we get it? Like we go for petrol station to get the fuels like petrol and diesel. So same way, where this vehicle reaches, the blood reaches the heart. Okay, heart is a pumping station. It pumps the blood to the different parts of the body. That's the only work heart performs. No other work. Okay, if somebody says your heart does that, these lot of things are there in the society about heart. Nothing else it does, and apart from pumping the blood. That's the only function. It has to pump the blood continuously. You know that heart beats 72 to 80 times, sometimes 100 plus. You can check your own heartbeat. It varies. It's not fixed, something like 70 or 72 what we call. It varies from 70 to 100 plus also, sometimes it varies. So it doesn't have any other time. It keeps pumping the blood. How does it pump the blood? From the which ways it moves, where it goes, how it come back, all those we have to study in circulation? That's a very important question for the exam point of view about double circulation. That double circulation we are going to discuss in the next video. Hope you got an introduction about the transportation system and the different ways. Come back tomorrow to watch the double circulation process. Till then, bye bye. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank